live right now, baby. Buff Nation, what it do? What it do? What it do, Buff Nation? We live with another one. Welcome to Rob the Man Media, baby. And we live with another one. CL3 is not coming to Colorado. He is not committing. Let me not say not coming. He is not committing to Colorado. Man. Let's talk about it, Buff Nation. Let's do it. Let's do that. What up, people? Welcome in. I just wanted to get on live right quick. Jump on, see what the word is, see what's going on. But CL3 is not committing to see you. Kind of been saying this, that it was gonna happen. But you know, the journey's not over, right? CL3 can sign with Boulder, with the Buffaloes. So just because he don't commit today doesn't mean that we don't have a chance to get him later on. And that's always been the case and why I've always said this. You can't get upset with these recruits because at the end of the day, nothing matters until they sign on that dotted line. So yes, he's not going to commit to Colorado tonight, but when you look at everything and how everything's going to play out, all you got to do is win. That's it. Just win, because winning changes everything. Winning cures everything. So I eventually do believe that he will sign with CU on signing day. You can buck it. What up, Rev? Hey, bro. I knew we wasn't going to commit already. It was too funny. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, honestly, when you look at CL3, like, you can't be mad at him, right? He's a young kid, right? He wants to be home and all that. You got all those distractions, right? I remember when I came, like, on my recruiting process, uh was I wanted to stay home, right? But then I looked at like all the distractions, right? Because you got friends, you got family, you got everybody that's around you, um, you know, that can distract you from what you need to focus on. And if your primary focus is football, it can easily distract you. I remember like when I was in college, right? I had my son. And after I had my son, it changed my entire world. And so I lost track of my focus on football because I had to raise my son. So it's like when you're home, when you're close to home, you go to college, it's more distraction versus like if you go away from home, now you're able to, really focus and dial in what you want to do because you know this is not the end goal. You know there's another level to where you want to get pushed to. So with CL3, him wanting to stay home, it's all fun and games right now, but there's still an entire season that needs to be played out before, he really understand what he's gonna do. Hey, Miss Jennifer. Can't see who this other person is, but hey, hi. Thanks for tuning in to the channel. I'm just talking about CL3 not committing to see you tonight. All the thing I would tell everybody, like I've been saying, man, just be respectful of the decision because guess what? When this happens, right, CL3 is going to flip to Colorado. So that's why you don't go and bash CL3 right now because he's going to see those type of things. I know it's still a long process. Like this is just the beginning. And hey Miss Kelly, hey Crystal, the reason why CL3 is doing what he's doing right now is so people can stop with all the calling, all the texting, and all the extra stuff. And what up, John? With all the extra stuff. Because he wants to slow down like people blowing up his phone saying, "Hey man, come here. Hey man, come there. Hey man, come here. Hey man, come there." Coach Prime, do not stop recruiting. I would say this: if CL3 was to commit to CU, Florida State would stop recruiting him because they already knew they don't have a chance. But when he commits to Florida State, Coach Prime is still gonna recruit him, regardless of the fact, right? Because he knows it's not a done deal. You didn't see Coach Prime flip Cormani. You didn't see him flip Travis. You didn't see him flip Dylan Edwards. Nothing matters until signing day. So that's either in December or February, whichever one he wants to commit to. But he's gonna do it. So you got to keep in mind of that and don't be judgmental, right? Just relax because if you keep supporting him, what's going to happen is he is going to commit to Colorado in the end, and that's all that matters. Now it's is he going to come for spring ball or is he going to come in the summertime? That's the only difference going to happen. Um, I do like the fact that CU are attacking to get his friends to CU and offering his friends because that plays a part, right? If Charles Lester III has more people there, more of his friends, more of his family, at CU is going to help him, you know, commit to Colorado. And eventually I do see him coming to Colorado. So be patient, guys. Don't be upset. Don't go out there trying to bash him. It's a kid, right? At the end of the day, it's a kid. They make decisions. You see a lot of players already committed, within the last month or so and already flipped to a different school after a month or two. Recruiting never stops. Recruiting is an everyday process. So if you get upset with him about this one decision that can change, you're in a lose-lose situation. So that's why I'd say don't get upset with CL3 because he's going to make the right decision at the end of the day. And the biggest thing he want to do is get developed. Could he get developed at FSU? He could, but it's different when you come to Colorado because you're gonna get a bigger exposure on a bigger level, right? You're gonna be on national TV every time. Versus you go to Florida State, you're gonna be on TV, but you ain't gonna be on national TV. With Coach Prom, it's national TV. You're gonna have a YouTube channel. You're gonna get the notoriety. Like you're going to be a top 10 pick. You come to Colorado. That's just it's gonna happen. He's hoping and praying that's what he's gonna happen at Florida State. Now you're gonna get that at Colorado because you have no way to sleep because you know that every year Coach Prime recruits, he's gonna bring in a top DB. So he's gonna push you to another level. He's gonna push you to be great because you're not gonna want to let this other person play. So you're gonna be pushed to be great. So wait, did he say he's not committing to any team right now? I just want to make no. He is committing to Florida State. It's not official yet, but tonight he's gonna commit to Florida State. He's not committing to Colorado. I'm just letting everybody know before this happens so you don't get mad, right? Because back and forth last night, there was a bunch of things being said, yada yada yada. He was 50-50 last night, but he came out to the ultimate decision to, commit to Florida State. I just want to let everybody know that, hey, don't be upset. Don't be mad at the information that's been provided because he is committing to Florida State. Anything is possible, right? Anything is possible at the end of the day when it gets to National Signing Day. That's when things matter the most. Right now, think about it. We're in July, right? We got August, September, October, November to make an impression. All we gotta do is win. That's it. That's the impression right there. Win, right? So what these recruits put an expectation on versus what we got an expectation on is completely different, right? A recruit can be like, man, if they show me that they can win 6 or 7 games, I'm going there because I know I can take them to another level. Versus our expectations is we want 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 wins out of the season, right? So how we look at, winning versus how recruits look at winning is completely different. So that's why I say just be mindful, be respectful, support his decision, right? Because the more Colorado fans see that he sees support his decision, it's going to get him to flip his decision at the end of the day. It happened with Travis. It happened with Kamani. It happened with Dylan. Why not be the fourth? Just saying. I'm not going to get mad at all kids flip-flop at the end of the day. He's got to make the best decision for him, and that's it. I think when it come down to it, and this is me being honest, just being transparent in this situation, I think when he understands all the distraction that he's gonna run into at FSU, that's what's gonna be ultimate decision on why he's gonna change. Because FSU and Colorado can have the same season, but CU is gonna be blown up bigger than FSU, and so there's a difference because you got to realize he hasn't took an official visit to CU. There's a reason. There is a reason why he hasn't taken official. He's come on unofficial, but he hasn't taken official. That's what you got to keep in mind in your back pocket is CL3 is coming to a game this year. He's coming on an official visit. And so those are the things of why you can't get mad, you can't get upset that he doesn't pick Colorado right now because it's so much variables to play out that he hasn't taken an official visit. Official visit is different from an unofficial visit, right? Because you got to look at an unofficial visit, they're paying to travel there, right? When he takes his official visit, everything is going to be laid out and catered to him, and CU's going to be paying for him to come there. So that's a big part in the recruitment that a lot of people don't realize is that we're playing chess right now, right? Coach Prime know what he's doing. He's not worried about him committing right now. Coach Prime already dropped a hint that he know he gonna come there. So it's a mind over matter game of we're gonna roll this dice, we're gonna let it play, we're gonna play chess. Because at the end of the day, who knows Florida State better than Coach Prime? A man that's been there, a man that's had success there, a man that's won a gold jacket. So we're just playing chess to get everything right. Get everything in line. Coach Prime always has a plan, and that's the part that people don't realize. Coach Prime always has a plan. And so with this plan, he's finna manipulate this plan to where CL3 is going to commit to Colorado. And that's the part that people don't realize. Every time that CL3 has came, he's came with a friend, a coach, his auntie came on the unofficial. So just think about all those things. All those things are lining up to one, right? How many Charles Lester's doing right because he's trying to get as many offers he can for his boys to come to see you, but at the same time, they're getting all the ducks lined up because now every time they get CL3 in the building, they're finding out more and more things about him. So when he does come on an official visit, man, oh man, oh man, that's when you really sit down and you really talk to Coach Prime and Coach Prime lay out the plan. Coach Prime don't lay out a plan until you go on that official. You can come on your unofficial and do all that, but once you come on that official visit, that's when Coach Prime really lay out the plan of what it's going to look like. And so that's why I say at the end of the day, CL3 will commit to Colorado because he has not took an official visit. Now, if CL3 had took an official visit, I might be a little bit more skeptical. But when you haven't taken an official visit and you're waiting to take that official visit when games being played, it's different. Hey, Miss Patricia, did he say he committed? Yes, so he's going to commit to FSU. It's not public yet, but he's not committed to Colorado. I'm telling you this right now. He's not going to commit to Colorado. Last night he came out to a 50-50 decision, but he is not committed. Random question. How do you know when someone is on an unofficial or official as a fan? I know the difference in them, but do they release that? So so they do release that information once a kid goes on an unofficial visit because it has to be documented. Just for money, just because of logics, them booking hotels, flights, things like that. It is more public knowledge. It is public information. You will see like the On Threes, ESPNs, 247s. They will say it's an official visit. You'll kind of know because everybody will talk about, hey, he's on official visit. Like, so it is publicly known official visits. Anytime it's like a secret visit or a player's visiting, just know it's unofficial. you will know when it's an official visit because they're gonna make sure they blow it up to say it's an official visit. What up, Dewey? So there's a difference between unofficial and official. They make it known when it's official visit. CL3 has not took an official visit, and that's the key part that everybody. That's the part that nobody's talking about. Is that's the part that's missing that he has not took the official visit. Once he takes the official visit, now that's when the pressure's gonna get put on CL3 of like, what up, man? What we doing? We come to Colorado? you know, that's when the pressure's coming. But I'll tell you this. Everybody's just waiting for that first game to get played against TCU. That's going to change everything, right? One, we're going to be in Texas. Two, we're going to be on national television. And three, we're going to dominate. Once we dominate, watch how many more recruits come to that Nebraska game. Because I can tell you right now, it's roughly around 250 to 300 kids that's coming right now to that Nebraska game. Guarantee you another additional 100 to 150 recruits come to that Nebraska game. I'm telling you right now, there's about 250 to 300 kids already scheduled to come to the Nebraska game. After the TCU game, after this domination, there's going to be an additional 100 to 150 kids that's going to end up coming to Colorado to that Nebraska game. We're going to get close to about 500 recruits in the building. I'm telling you this right now. So you heard it first here. That is going to happen. So players want to see the success, right? They see all the hype, right? They see all the things that can happen. They see the staff, they see the players, right? They want to see the product on the field because now it helps you envision what would be my role if I came. Because if I'm a recruit, right? Just say I'm CL3 and CL3 want to play more offense. Well, he want to see how they utilize Travis Hunter because that's going to give him a sense of if Travis Hunter go dominate on offense and dominate on defense, I can envision myself doing that same exact thing. But Travis is more of a special talent, and he could do more things that CL3 can't. Not saying that CL3 can't do them, but Travis is more a freakish athlete than CL3. But it's easier to envision what you see another top recruit do, and you can see the development. You can see the growth. Like just look at like how Travis looked, right? If you seen Travis in the spring to see Travis now, Travis then put on 20 pounds, and you just see the difference. You see the girth, you see the build on Travis. So those are the things that play a part. Now it's just aligning. Hey, let's get these games underway because I want to see this in game action. If I can see this in game action and I can see myself fitting in that same role, I'm coming, right? And if you didn't watch the well off video last night, we coming, right? We coming. Just believe, man. Everything is just belief and faith, right? You gotta have faith in the program, and you gotta believe that you can develop there. Those are the two key things when it comes down to recruiting. Some people get put in situations that they shouldn't be in because of money or because of their parents forcing them to go somewhere. But when the kid is the one who's making a decision, you're always in a great situation. So my ultimate thing is CL3 will commit to Colorado on signing day. He's going to commit to Florida State tonight. But if you guys got any topics you guys want to talk about, just drop it in the chat. We talk about everything here on this live. I'm here for you guys, whatever guys you want to know. I do have inside source information. I might not release it to you, but I do try to keep it real. If you ask me a question, I will be honest about it. If I do know, if I don't know, I'll just tell you I don't know. So always feel free to ask any questions. But it is interesting to see how the word is moving, how everybody is so worried about what CL3 is going to do. And honestly, it's honestly a great setup the way CL3 is doing this to ultimately commit to Colorado. Because you see how mad the Florida State fans are right now. Just imagine how much more mad they're going to be on National Signing Day when CL3 signs to Colorado. Just wait. Hopefully CL3 don't pull a Cormani, have everything set up, and then then don't show up to the commitment and then commit to Colorado. Hopefully that don't happen. But yes, Miss Patricia, yes. CL3 is not committing to Colorado. So just to clarify, so there's no confusion, he's not committing to Colorado. So don't get mad. Everything will work out. All we gotta do is win. The dominoes are really going to start falling after we start winning. Man, listen. After the first two games, just if you think that the Nebraska game is you're gonna see a lot of recruits, just think about what's gonna happen at that USC game. Like, boom, 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 boom. Right? So you got TCU, knock them out the water, right? Get a win. Then go beat Nebraska. Then we beat CSU. Now we 3-0. We ranked. Fourth game, we go to Oregon. Take care of business at Oregon. That next game, USC. Everybody's coming to USC game. So, best believe your boy gonna be there. And I'm gonna make sure when I go there, I'm gonna make sure me and Coach, because Coach Hayes is going live. He's gonna be at the game. I'm gonna make sure that me and Coach Hayes go live, so he understand. Like, listen, we coming. You see this product, we coming. So there will be pretty much all the content creators will be at the USC game. So something epic could happen. Just stay tuned, because you could get all your content creators in one show, one weekend. Be ready. When I mean by all the content creators, you can see David Talk Buffs, you can see Life in Football, you can see Coach Hayes, you can see me, you can see Big Dog Chico, you can see John the Liquidator. Like, you can literally see all the content creators at one time. But you gotta stay tuned. You never know. Who is the guy that CL3 is going to high school with that is coming to see you? I can't remember his name. Dang, I can't think of his name. He's a wide receiver. Dang, I can't think of his name. I'm having a mind blank right now. But I'll put it in the chat for you. And let you know. But yeah, so CL3, man, I'll tell you right now, that kid is a smart kid. The way he's marketing like his teammates, the way he's marketing his friends to help them get offers is astronomical. Like, you can ask for a friend. I know when I was coming up, I was thinking about myself, man. Like, I'm trying to get these offers. I never was really thinking about, like, man, I want my teammates to come, because we all went to camp together. So it's basically like you go out and you show your skill set. But the way recruiting works now is completely different 13, 14 years ago when I was in college, right? Process is completely different. The way camps is completely different. So much exposure because of social media. Like, you don't got to go to camps no more. Now it's like, man, you can just turn the tape on, make a viral clip, and the coach hit you up. So those are the things it's the word of the landscape of college football is so much different. And I love what Colorado is doing when it comes to CL3 is, instead of just focusing on recruiting CL3, we're going to recruit all of his friends that can really, really play. We're going to offer them. We don't care if they're 24, 25, 20, class of 26. We are going to offer them now. Why? Because if we can offer them now and CL3 sees the effort that we're putting into his friends, that's going to ultimately get him to flip his decision. The only thing that annoyed me are the adults that are leaking information about these kids. Like, who can they trust if they see adults? So yeah, honestly, and that's a great comment, T. That's why I don't like to release information when it comes to recruits, because this is a special moment for them and their family. Um, but it's been so much being leaked to every media. That's the reason why I'm talking about CL3 not coming to Colorado. In normal situations, I would not talk about if a player's committing or not committing, even if I know for sure what's going on, because I do live in Colorado, so I'm kind of closely connected to some players in Colorado. I normally don't like releasing information, just because I don't want to hurt their recruitment. But the way things are happening is like so many people are talking to CL3 and releasing information. Some of it is smoke, right? Some of it is just putting out there just to get you to think certain ways and do this to keep the anticipation high. Like, because at the end of the day, right, I can sit here and tell you, right, CL3 is not coming to, is not about to commit to Colorado. Literally, he could get to tonight and commit to CU just because everybody leaked the information to say he's committing to Florida State, so he can stop getting calls from Florida State. Nothing it will be known till tonight. I'm just giving you from sources that I heard, and everybody is like just saying it. I'm just telling you from the sources that I know close to him, that he's not. But it is awful. Can you imagine being 17 and thinking that you can trust an adult, and then they tell you information? That's actually scary. Now, what I would say to that, it's kind of like a both ways, right? Some recruits want you to put the information out there, but some of the recruits want to keep it hush hush. There's a lot of recruits that I know from St. Louis, that CU is actively recruiting right now, and you won't get a peep out where they going, what they thinking, how they thinking, because it's closed mouth, right? You got like when you get information, you got to understand like what to say and what not to say, because you want people to trust you in the situation. That's the way you're going to get more information. But you can also start to read into things when it comes to recruiting, where kids are going to go and how things are moving and where things are going to go. You can start to read into situations by the interaction of how people move, right? So just say, I'll just use this instance, right, with CL3. A lot of people are like, well, I'm going to his commitment day, yada yada yada, and then all of a sudden I'm not going. Why is that? Right? So it kind of tells you like what's gonna happen. It's not to say it in a wrong or a positive way, or right or wrong, or they should go, they shouldn't go. But you can kind of tell where recruits start to lean by the media. The media is gonna tell you everything. No matter if you want to know or don't want to know, that's the reason why these commits really don't like telling the media things or why they do things. There are certain people in the media world that has information, that knows, that don't say nothing, and then they're dropping a picture of this commitment before they even commit, because it's the information. It is a risky business. And then I don't like it, right? Let the kid have their moment. Let the family have their moment. That's always what I live by, right? Because you gotta imagine when you was coming up, you want to have that special moment. If you committed to play sports, right? You want to have that special moment. You didn't want nobody to break that. I remember like back home when they had me in the newspaper. I ain't even tell my mom. I ain't even tell my parents, and I knew it was coming out. I wanted them to be shocked about it. So I did a whole interview, a newspaper article, press at my school, and the only people that knew about it was my head coach and me. My teammates didn't even know. And then the newspaper dropped, and boom, I was on the front page with a helmet on. I didn't even know what picture they was gonna take, but they put me on it. So it is a dangerous game, because it sets the precedence of like who you can trust, who you can't trust. I just wish people would allow these kids to make their decision without leaking out information. I will put that on CU cap and then move on. I will also look like the person that leaked information is a liar. Well, uh, it is a cold world out here, and the children are off limits, which is dangerous. They are minors. Well, sometimes it's a dicey situation, right? because sometimes players and parents want the information leaked. They honestly really, really do. And the reason why I say that is because they want to see how fan bases react to see what decision. Because think about it like this, right? We gonna take CL3 out of this. If I'm recruit A, right, I know where I really want to go, right? I'm gonna tell this reporter to say I'm going to a different school because I want to see how that fan base react if I go to that school. Now that's gonna give me an insight. If I was to ever change my mind or go on an official visit, I want to see how the fan base is really gonna act. Do they really rock with me, or are they just doing this because I'm a top recruit? So sometimes it could be chess and checkers being played with the families and these recruits. Sometimes it come down to the NILs, right? I told you I was gonna commit to that school because of NIL, but then school B came back and matched it or gave me more, and that's really the school I want to go to. So then, boom, I do that. So a lot of these kids make decisions based upon what the fan base do, how they act, and how the coaches respond to like you committing somewhere else. Because you gotta think about it. A lot of these schools act real funny when a kid commits somewhere else. A lot of these coaches in schools act funny. So you really get to see the real side of some of these kids. What up, Ellen? You really get to see some of these kids at a different point of view from these coaches because these coaches tell on themselves, right? If you're real and you general about the kid, no matter what decision that kid gonna make, you're gonna be supportive. But what a lot of times what happen is these kids make decisions and then coaches flip on them. And so then that's where the problem starts at. So you gotta keep that in mind. Right, man. I heard what you're saying, but what I'm saying is my issue is at 17 years old, he is having to play chess. He's a minor. This world is this world is crazy, and that's one. Yeah, I mean, honestly, this world is crazy. What I would definitely tell you is if you have a kid that's being recruited, you are going to hate the process. When I mean the process, there is a process. You got nonstop calling from coaches. You got nonstop calling from players. Like, man, what are you gonna do? How you gonna do this? What are you gonna do that? Are you gonna take this official visit? What's your NIL? Da, 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 da. It's like it's a nonstop. It's just a job all day. Like coaches contacting players at school. Coaches like it's like let the kid breathe. And that's the hardest thing about like the process is like I understand why CL3 is committing right now. He just wants to clear his mind, clear his head, get away from all the recruiting stuff so he can focus on this football season. There's a reason why he's committing right now instead of waiting to the season. That way he don't have to take all these phone calls while he's in class, text me while he's in class, coaches come to visit while he in class. He just want to get a lot of this stuff over with, right? And so if he's down to two schools, guess what? Those are two schools that's going to be contacting him during the season, and it's less work that he's got to worry about, less of a headache, less of all the extra BS. What if he said that he sees if anyone will put it out there and never plans to commit to what you just said? Now, Patricia, that is true. A lot of recruits do that. You'll be amazed how many recruits will put out that he's planning to commit somewhere and they don't commit there. And a lot of times, right, because everybody wants to be first to the story. You got to think about all these media, big time media outlets. They want to be the first to the story. They want to have that story when that top commits, right? They want to have that crystal ball put in there to say, "Oh, I knew he was going there." No, you didn't. How would you know, right? Because leaked information told you that that's where he's going to commit. You made a crystal ball hoping that you'll be right. Well, what happens when you're wrong? And then you put out this whole article, right? There's a reason how all these articles and everything is already being made before a kid commits, and then as soon as a kid commits, they just ding. Now the article's out there. So it's a dicey game, man. I just wish, and this is just me talking. I just wish that they would allow these kids 17, 18, 19 years old to make a decision and be respectful of their decision and don't leak information. Yes, does it give us content and give us worry, but as a fan, you're a fan of the school, right? Is that player gonna grow on you? Yeah. If you seen him play live, yeah, it's gonna grow on you. But allow that kid to be a kid. Don't try to change the narrative of where he go because of how you want to be, right? That's like me calling CL3 right now. CL3, you gotta come to CL, you gotta come to see you. Because of this, and this, and this, and this. My point of views ain't gonna be his point of views, right? What does a kid want, and make sure that they value, right? Because I always look at everything as value. What values do CL3 see in Florida State? What values do he see in Colorado? That's what it come down to. Just be mindful. Say, be value with them and show them love, loyalty, who cares, being first, industry. And sometimes being first, they think they get paid more. That's more about what it is, right? If I'm first to it and I put this article out, I'm gonna make the most money. Well, sometimes being first can burn you big time, because what if you wrong and you blasted this? I know plenty of times where articles came out, because I'm from the state of Missouri. Articles came out about top recruits going to certain places, and they end up committing somewhere else, all due to the fact of somebody leaked information saying they going there. It happens all the time because of the loyalty. I was going with Major League drunk off the Kool-Aid and thinking he's. Listen, CL3 is going to sign with Colorado. He's going to commit to Florida State, but he's going to end up eventually signing to Colorado. Everybody just got to relax, take this one step at a time, right? Fall camp start next week. I guarantee you, once fall camp start, nobody's going to be talking about CL3 until he comes on an official visit. Tell you this right now. That's just how recruiting world works, right? We're getting to the last couple of days before the dead period comes, because the dead period for recruiting is August 1st to August 31st. So recruits can't even talk to coaches. Coaches can't talk to recruits. College has to focus nothing but football. Once the 31st is up, September 1st, you're going to see a lot of people scheduling visits to go to schools to check out games. I'll tell you this, you're going to see a lot of recruits that want to come to Colorado go on an official visit to TCU just to see Colorado play. Like, you can book it. It's going to happen. My nephew has 30 offers right now, and over half of the things the school and people are saying are not true. So, Miss Patricia, I'm glad that you got a nephew. I'm glad that you got a nephew in the process. The process is a headache. It is a headache. It's just an up and down roller coaster headache. And the reason why is because you got so many people reaching out to you at one time. Your phone never stops ringing. Your phone never it's just constantly, like, all day. Like, what are you gonna do? 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 The great thing about now, I say that the difference between now and about 10 to 15 years ago is that recruits can go on more visits. You used to can only go on 5 visits. Now they made it unlimited, like visits you can go on, but you can only go on one official visit to each school. So now kids are like, you see a kid going to schools 5, 6, 7, 8 times before they make the decision. And some of these kids that's going to these schools 5, 6, 7, 8 times don't even end up committing to that school, just because of what the media or what people are saying and putting out a false narrative saying, hey, a kid's gonna go there. He been there 6, 7, 8 times. There ain't no way he ain't going there. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Hey, Patricia, what's your nephew? I want to check him out. He got 30 offers. I want to check him out. I want to see that dog. Drop his name so I can check him out, Miss Patricia. Honestly, I don't think there's any of these recruits. Listen, you came by. I'm just gonna be quite frank on it. You can't buy into any recruit saying they going anywhere into National Signing Day. When they get that official NLI sent to them, that national letter of intent sent to them, and they sign it and they fax it or email it back to the school, that's when it's official. Outside of that, it ain't official. So a recruit can change their mind at any time. And that's why I say, like, if you don't think the way social media is, if you don't think that these kids are watching every single thing, they watch everything. They're on social media too much. You think they don't see a video or a blog about them? Think about it. Like, if I'm CL3, I could commit right now, and I'm gonna watch how many people video. He don't got to do it, but you know somebody in his family, one of his friends, gonna see the video. They gonna send it to him. They gonna take a clip of the video, send it to him. So it's like that's why you always gotta be mindful and respect these young adults, these youth, because they can change their decision at any moment in time. He commits to Florida State today and commit to CU tomorrow. What changed? Nothing. But the what the fan base do, the way coaches react, can change everything. If you understand Coach Prime and his coaching staff, you understand that we're not out of the race by no means. We ain't lost the battle. The battle ain't lost. Because guess what? You still got to get to National Signing Day. So until you get to National Signing Day, none of this means nothing. And so, Coach Prime and his staff are going to continue to reach out to CL3. They're going to keep that connection. They're going to talk to him. They're going to ask him about everyday life. Now the question comes into play is, what will Florida State do once he commits there? Are they going to keep the same energy? Or did they do all this just to get a commitment for him to leave? And those are the things that you have to really realize, is that with CL3, right, you can show him love, 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 love. You get the commitment, and then you don't show him as much love now because you got his commitment. Commitment don't mean anything, because just because you got a kid committed, you have to make sure that you keep the kid committed. It's easy to get a kid to commit. Now, how do you keep him committed? What are you doing? Are you keeping that same dialogue with that kid? Are you still texting that kid every day? Are you still talking to the parents every day? Like, what are you doing? So you can't change your behaviors and your patterns. And a lot of times, that's what happens when a kid commits. Everything starts to change. Everything starts to change between the coaches, because now it's like, all right, now I got this kid committed. It's like, whew, let me move on to the next recruit. Well, you still got to keep recruiting that kid until National Signing Day. And that's what people don't forget. Anyways, what do you think the score will be for TCU? And who do you think will score our first touchdown? So my prediction, first game, I have us winning by 14 to 21 points. I haven't came up with a score just yet, but I got us winning by 14 to 21 points. I just see us dominating against TCU. And first score, I got Jimmy Horn Jr. That's who I got scoring. I think it's going to be a great game. I think our defense is going to come out and put on a show first game. But I do got us winning at TCU by 14 to 21 points. And I got Jimmy Horn Jr. scoring our first TD. His family is wise with the attorneys and business people and etc. So we don't trust him like that. Yeah, he's got a smart family. That one thing I kept saying is CL3 is smart. You ain't got to worry about that. My prediction for Nebraska game, 21 plus. That CSU game, 21 plus. Oregon game is going to be a lot closer. That's going to be like a 7-point game. The USC game is going to be a 7-point game. So those are my prediction first 5 games. I have a feeling the running back will score. Which running back? If I had to put my money on which running back scores the first touchdown, I'm going Savion Wilkerson. Savion Wilkerson scoring the first touchdown. Um, who I think is going to lead Colorado in touchdowns this year is going to be between Javon Antonio and Weaver. That's who I think is going to lead us in receiving this year. Well, it depends on if it's a goal line run up. If it's a long touchdown, I'm going Dylan Edwards. If it's going to be a long touchdown run, I'm going Dylan Edwards. If it's anywhere from like 40 to 30 yards, I'll go Alto. Goal line, I just see them giving it to Savion Wilkinson. But I can also see Savion Wilkinson and Smoke in the backfield at the same time in goal line situations. Whatever the score, I hope they had that set. Oh, the celebration dances are already done. Like, they already working on it. They already got what they finna do. I'm waiting on that first receiving touchdown because I'm waiting to see Jimmy Horn, Weaver, and Travis with their celebration dance because they're going to be partying all in Texas. And the reason why I picked Jimmy Horn Jr. to have the first touchdown was because Coach Prime wants the spotlight to be on Jimmy Horn. He wanted Jimmy Horn to have a breakout season. So for my offensive breakout of the year, I had Jimmy Horn. And for my defense, I had DK, DeMore Kennedy. Those are my two breakout players for the season this year. So if you guys haven't watched those videos, I made already. Jimmy Horn Jr. is my breakout on offense, and then my defense is DeMore Kennedy, DK. That boy will be flying around, smashing people, using that 4.3 speed, 4.2 speed, flying around, knocking helmets off, getting interceptions. I think, him finally being able to play, being able to start, really get to shine, he's going to have a tremendous season. Those are my picks. Thank you. Sorry for the delay, but I'm driving now. But I'm still listening. Image, it being a defensive touchdown. Woo! If it's a defensive touchdown, we getting that interception. I ski taking it to the end zone. You know what would be so super exciting? Speaking of defense, first and second play of the game, Shiloh intercepting a pass, taking it to the house. What better way to start off CU with a Shiloh interception to the house with that 21 popping out. Boy, you know how Coach Prime be. Coach Prime might run down there and celebrate with Shiloh. And Shiloh he coming out with them dances like poop, poop, poop. He gonna hit that J6. He gonna hit that J6. I'm telling you right now. Shiloh can't wait to hit that J6 in Colorado. He gonna hit it. But that would be one of the amazing things that I would love to see is Shiloh intercepting the pass, taking it back. I'm losing if Shiloh does. Hey, listen. You heard it here first. Shiloh with an interception to the house. I can see Shiloh high-stepping Deion Sanders in the end zone, get to the end zone, hitting that J6, having fun. Man, that would be so amazing. Because I'm telling you right now, Shiloh does it, I guarantee you. It is going to be on every national show. Shiloh Sanders with that first interception, hitting the Deion Sanders high step with the J6 dance in the end zone. You're going to see it on every national show. It's going to be the number one. He's going to go viral. There's going to be a viral moment from that TCU game. And I'm predicting it's going to be Shiloh as that viral moment. I'm telling you. That's my predictions about that. That would be exciting. I do see Shador to Travis catching a touchdown. I see that happening. So my prediction on who's going to score, I do believe we'll have a defensive touchdown. But I have Travis scoring. I got Jimmy Horn scoring. I got Savion Wilkinson scoring. And then either Weaver or Javon Antonio going to get a touchdown. So I gotta get at least 5 to 6 touchdowns. But I do see Jimmy Horn Jr. scoring. I just they're gonna find a way to score. If it's even if it's off a screen, it's off a jet sweep or a lone pass, Jimmy Horn Jr. is gonna find a way to score. I don't want to see Travis on that much offense, but I do. But I think I will be. Honestly, I think so. Here's what I say. I think Travis will play more offense first game than he will defense. He's gonna play defense on like select plays, like third down plays, or if a receiver's getting off, he's gonna match up with that receiver. I don't really see Travis playing that much defense. I see him playing more offense. First game, even second game, I see him playing a lot of offense versus defense. The third game, I don't think we really gonna see a lot of Travis playing defense. A lot of defense or more snaps on defense than offense until we get to Oregon and USC. When we get to Oregon and USC, you're gonna see Travis Hunter on both sides of the ball the entire game, both of those games. I can tell you that right now. Like it ain't no way you don't. But by that time, I feel like we should have the chemistry that we need. Everybody should already know what's going on because think about it. I don't see Travis playing any special teams. So like punt return, kick return, I don't see him playing on none of those. I think they'll take him off. And that's gonna be his rest right there. And offense and defense, he's gonna be on there. But Travis Hunter rather catch touchdowns than be on defense, but he knows how special he's on defense. So I do see him playing defense, but I just think that when it comes down to everything, he's gonna play more offense the first couple games. Travis better focus on man. Travis is gonna be focused. Zion, Travis is gonna be focused, man. You don't worry about it. The man can wake up out of his sleep and cover somebody now. But he will get his reps in. Don't get me wrong. Travis Hunter's gonna get his reps in. If it's one thing I'm telling you right now, Travis Hunter's gonna get his reps in. But I just see like the first 3 games, I see Travis playing more receiver than I do see him playing defense. We will have so many recruits for our receiver. Why not give him a chance to see what they're gonna rotate so much on offense that Travis will come off on offense. I think people think like when I say he's gonna play more offense than defense, that like Travis won't come off on offense series. He's gonna come off because they're gonna have a special packages for Travis. Like I could see them TCU coming out the gate, first pass, get the ball to Travis, get the ball to Jimmy Horn. And after that first series, you're gonna see people rotate in. Travis gonna take a break, then he's gonna be focused on defense. So they gonna miss and match things. But our wide receiver room is so deep that like he don't need to play a lot of snaps on offense, but they're gonna build him up. So like it's gonna be a build up. So first game he might play 50 snaps. Then second game he might play 60. Then next game he might play 70. And then by the time we get to Oregon and USC, he might be playing 90 snaps, offense and defense. But I think they're gonna truly build him up on offense and defense when it comes. So I can see him playing about 100 snaps a game. Dude, I ain't sleeping on Javon Antonio. I've been talking about Javon Antonio. I've been talking about Weaver, Aaron Horn. So here's my starters, Zion. So my starters is Javon Antonio, Travis, Weaver, Horn. I think we're gonna go with a 4 wide, one in the backfield, and then a couple plays later we're bringing a tight end. But I do see us going 4 wide to start out. Travis is a gift. He's good for sure. I'm hollering so too. But those are my starters. And then I do see Caleb Mathis coming in, getting some time at wide receiver. Definitely see SRT Willie Gaines coming in. I do see a couple of the freshmen, Hopkins playing. Miller, I see him getting some time. Like we're so deep at wide receiver that like we're gonna be rotating in fresh bodies that everybody's gonna play. But I do see the freshmen playing a lot first game at that receiver. I want him to play offense sporadically, and I don't want him playing all those snaps. If we are as loaded and deep as we saying, he should. So here's what I would say about Travis. I think they're going to use Travis in certain situations on offense. Like when we get to the red zone, Travis needs to be out there because he has one of the best set of hands and wide range to go get it. I see Jimmy Horn, Weaver, and Giovanni Antonio playing majority of the offensive snaps. That's who I see. I see. um. So how are all these players going to play offense if they're so fast? The point is moving fast. So the offense is always at the way our offense is designed. We're always at an advantage. So we don't have to sub. Like so, here's how it can work. Like one series, boom, it could be these set of receivers. Boom, next series we can come out with a different set of receivers. Boom, next series we gonna come out. So every series we can come out with a different set of receivers every series. So when it comes to like rotating, and let's like say, because this how they deal with at JSU. They'll start the game out, and I'm talking about towards the end of the season, not the beginning of the season. When Travis start actually playing, they would start Travis out, boom, give him 2 or 3 plays, boom, 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 boom. And then they run 2 plays, then Travis will come out, then another receiver come in. So like they'll run 4 or 5 plays, and then they'll sub in receivers. It just depends on like down and distance, what the situation is, as far as how the receivers go. If they need a possession receiver, if they trying to hit a home run, like at JSU, they sub receivers constantly. Like every 3 to 4 plays, they were subbing receivers. They're gonna do the same thing at Colorado. It's all about situations, what the defense is doing, and how that dictates. That's the answer to your answer, T. I don't see Caleb Mathis getting playing time over Dawson, Miller, and Hopkins. I do, and I'll tell you why. Are If you ever watch Caleb Mathis gets open, like just flat out gets open. Like the moves that he can put on people, boom, 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 boom. He out of there. But I do see him as J5's backup, and I got Dawson as Weaver's backup. Miller Miller is Travis, and then Hopkins is Javon Antonio. So you don't need a scholarship to play. I'm tell you right now, Caleb Mathis is gonna play. When you see him out there, just think, hey, Rob told me. I'm telling you right now, Caleb Mathis is gonna put the moves on somebody and he gonna get open, man. Caleb Mathis is one of those people. That's my guy. My thing is having a fast offense. The goal is to exhaust the other teams. You don't want them to sub, so don't sub. Otherwise, why are you running a fast offense? Well, you got to think about it. You can run a fast offense and be off the field in 3 plays. So it's all about what plays happen. Because say you throw a bomb to Jimmy Horn, right? And by the time it takes the offense to get down there, because if we're taking chunk yardage, 20, 30 yards, yeah, we don't want to sub. But if we get an opportunity where like we can get somebody on and get somebody off and get the ball hiked and still be in rhythm, we're gonna do it. So it all depends on like what yardage of the play where we're going. Because if it's a quick hit, 5, 10 yards, boom, we're not gonna sell it. It doesn't make no sense. But if we go 20, 30, 40, 50 yard bomb and we hit it, he's down, and we can get a quick sub in, boom, we're gonna get that quick sub in. Or we can get the right running back for personnel in, we're gonna get it in. Because from the 40 to 40, right, who do you want in the game at your running back position, right? You're gonna want the Otto, you're gonna want Dylan Edwards. But when you get inside the 20, you're gonna want that bigger back because you gonna want to get those extra yards to try to get that touchdown. So everything changes based on the scenario of where the offense is on the field, where they going. I've seen JSU rotate 3 running backs on one series. So it really don't know. Like in the beginning of the year, you're gonna see a lot of rotating. Once you get towards the middle of the year, end of the year, you're not gonna see as much rotating because you're gonna already know you're gonna have the win. You're gonna be in condition. You're gonna know like certain down distance, certain plays, who's gonna sub in because they're gonna have a package of plays for each set of players. Depending on who's in that wide receiver, this is what we're running. Depending on who's at that wide receiver group, that's what we're running. Depending on who at running back, this is what play we're running. So there's gonna be a lot of things that's happening. Caleb Mathis gotta get a scholarship first. He is a come on, man. I understand that Caleb is a preferred walk-on. I understand that. If you don't think that he ain't gonna play, so you think so. And here's what I'm telling you: he started in the spring game. You could take it for whatever you want to take it for. Caleb Mathis started in the spring game. He's gonna play. He's gonna play in that first game. I'm telling you this right now. He's going to play in this first game. A lot of the freshmen are going to play in the first game. You're gonna be surprised. Caleb Mathis is gonna get a catch or two. He started because the roster was trash. But what does that have to say about him? Right? What does that have to say about him? You know? The man putting in work, man. That's what I'm telling you. Caleb Mathis putting in work. He's gonna play. His dad is one of the coaches. He gonna play. I'm telling you this right now. He's going to play. His dad is on the coach. If you don't think, I'm telling you right now, Caleb Mathis is going to put in so much film time with his dad to make sure to find a way how to play that he's going to be successful. And if you don't think that's going to happen, just watch. Just watch. I'm telling you this. Rob, please stop with the new roster. He will be on the bottom of the ditch. I'm telling you right now. I know his dad's a DB coach, but I'm telling you right now, him watching film with his dad, and that's going to help him get on the field faster. That's Coach Brown's boy. I'm telling you right now, his connection with Shador, because one of the things that you're not realizing is him and Shador played together in high school. They played together growing up. Prefer walk on. That's what that means, T. Prefer walk on. He's gonna play. I'm telling you right now. He's gonna watch film. He's going to do it. He's gonna put the work in, and that's the part that you're not realizing. Him and Shador got chemistry, and y'all not thinking about that. Y'all think because he prefer walk on that he not gonna play. I'm telling you right now, he gonna play. In them blowouts, you're gonna see Charlie Offerdahl playing. I don't care that they prefer walk on. He's gonna play. Caleb Mathis is in, and this is me talking. Caleb Mathis is in the top 8 in the rotation. If you're in the top 8 too deep, you're going to play. So as long as he's in the too deep of the depth chart, he's going to play. That's how I look at it. I don't see him under that third team. He's on the second team. That's why I'm telling you he's going to play. Adam Hawkins is coming in, better receiver than Caleb Mathis. But they play two different positions, though. Yes, they're receiver, but you got to look at where Caleb Mathis plays versus where Adam Hawkins plays. Adam Hawkins is going to be on the outside. Caleb is going to be on the inside. So how many people are in the slot? So you got Weaver in the slot. You got Dawson in the slot. You got Horn in the slot. You got Mathis in the slot. Those are your top 4 right there. Those are your top 4. Miller and Javon Antonio outside. Hopkins outside. Travis outside. Travis might play a little slot. I'm not saying that Hopkins can't play the slot. They can move those receivers anywhere. You can put Javon Antonio in the slot. But what I'm telling you is the versatility of Caleb being in the slot and how he can create mismatches and the chemistry that he has with Shador, he's going to play. He's going to play. Then you forgetting about Jacob Page, another freshman wide receiver who has more upside than Caleb. But so Jacob Page is another outside guy. Think about it, like outside to who could play the slot, boom, boom, boom. Yeah, I seen. I was just on his dad was just on Coach Hayes' show. I like Asim, but Caleb is in front of him right now. Asim played it in the spring game, but who started? Caleb did, not Asim. Come on now, Zion. I got it, man. I'm just giving you the receivers that are freshmen. I understand, but there's there's things that come behind it, right? When you talk about wide receiver, right? Who's playing where, right? Who's playing on it? Who's playing those outside receivers versus who's playing as inside receivers, right? Who's going to be able to create those mismatches and get out of there? And a lot of people are sleeping on Caleb, you know. But all right, so why didn't Asim start? Because he was there. He was there at spring. I mean, Asad. I keep saying Asim. Asad. Asad was there during the springtime. Why didn't he start? I'm just saying. But you could say that he was doing all those damage against those DBs. Hey, you can't help who in front of you. Just like you can't help who you playing against. If they trash, your job is to go out there and prove yourself that you got this. Can't get mad at Caleb. Hey, if they trash, you can't get mad at him. He went out there and he dominated. Why do you think Caleb was one of the first people who got his number at wide receiver? Think about that logically. Caleb got his number before a lot of the receivers. And you think this man won't play? And on top of that, coming into the fall, why did Caleb still keep 13? You know how many people wanted 13 and he still got 13 for fall? Bro, there's truth behind the madness. There's truth behind the madness, man. I'm telling you. Lawrence, what up, baby? What up, baby? Hey man, you guys got a fire card, man. If you guys got a fire card, Max Out 3, I love it. I support you guys, man. I support you. Shout out to Lawrence RBE. Considering CL3 the best. If I am. So, I know you missed it long, but I'll go back over it. CL3, he gonna go to Florida. He's gonna commit to Florida State, but he's gonna ultimately sign with Colorado. That's disrespectful about it. MLC looked like a 5-star in the spring game against those trash. Man, listen. The reason why MLC left is because he knew he wasn't getting number one. He wanted number one. Coach Prime told him he wasn't getting number one. He ain't like that. Shador liked him. I wish he would have stayed, but you know, not everybody, you know, need that. Some people just need that first start. So you can't be mad at him. It is what it is, man. You can't be mad at him. Of course, he did it with a plus 50%. Man, why do you hate Caleb Mathis, Aya? What did Caleb Mathis do to you? I'm telling you, man, Caleb Mathis is gonna be that guy, man. Yeah, MLC left because of a number. Because Coach Prime wouldn't give him his number. That's what he wanted. He wanted a number. Coach Prime already told him, bro, you ain't getting that number. Like, if you don't think that Cormani already had number one before he came there, Cormani wasn't tripping about number 7 because he already knew he had number 1. Like, all this is all planned out. Like, before the everything is planned out. That's why, like, when people speculate, is Cormani going to get number 7? Is he going to get number 1? I already knew he was getting number 1. I just like the talk because it's just a narrative. Like, people create narratives for no reason. Like, some of this stuff is already being shown, like, what's going to happen. But it is what it is. Then you guys got auditions, say Charlie gonna see the field. The only way that man see the field is if the running back room has. Man, listen. Dude, Charlie Offerdall is gonna see the field, man. Cause we're gonna blow out some of these teams, bro. What don't you understand? And blow out Charlie Offerdall is gonna get some carries. I'm not saying the man gonna play the entire game. The man can come in for a 1 to 2 series. He played. Like, come on, man. Like, Zion, come on, dude. Dog, I thought we was cool, Zion. Jeez. Yeah, so MLC did leave because of the number, but he also knew, like, all the receivers that was coming in, it was going to be about it. It was going to be a problem. Because you got to think about it. If MLC was there right now, he has to battle with Javon Antonio at that position and Travis. He ain't winning that battle, right? He didn't have to worry about Weaver and Horn so much because they play in a slot, but where he plays at, he would have had to worry about them. Let's take a look at the running back too. I know who he got. Alto, Wilkinson, Smoke, Hankerson, Edwards, Arfordale. Okay, cool. How many of the running backs you actually see playing? Alto, Wilkinson, are gonna play. Smoke, he's gonna come down in situations. Edward. So here's the thing with Edward, right? I don't really count Edwards as a running back, right? He's gonna be an all-purpose back. What I mean by all-purpose is they're gonna put him in a slot. They're gonna put him at receiver. They're gonna put him all over the field just to get the ball. So I don't really consider Edwards as a running back, even though he's listed as a running back. He is going to be able to do a lot of different things. Hangerson and Offerdale are the last one on the depth chart. But what I'm telling you is when they get to blowouts, they're gonna give them chances to run the ball, man. It's gonna happen, dude. Like, and injuries are gonna happen. Somebody's gonna get hurt. Offerdale is gonna be able to play this year. Duh, we come on, man. We all know CU was bad last year. We know Charlie Offerdale started and played and did all that. We know that. But injuries do happen. Anything is possible, right? They can literally put Otto and Dylan Edwards in the game at the same time. Or Smoke and Wilkinson in. Like they can do a lot of different things because we got so many running backs and they all do different things. They're all unique. So like you got your power back, you got your all-purpose back, you got your speed back. So it's like all those running backs offer different things. It's all about what the situation is. And so whatever the situation is, they're gonna rotate. Also, I do got him starting. And I got Wilkinson rotating with him. But don't be surprised if Dylan Edwards is out there at the same time as Otto. I'm just being honest. So Otto said he isn't sure he can carry the load to start. Let's see. I don't so they don't need Otto to be a bell cow. And that's the great thing about how many running backs we got. We don't need one guy to just dominate and get the ball every single time. We don't need that. And the reason why I'm saying we don't need that is because we got so much versatility that like you're hurting your versatility of why you recruit these players. So why do that when you got all these players? Why put that pressure, right? Because the name of the game is get the most production with the least amount of carries to help these kids get to the league so they can have fresh legs so they don't put all that stress on their body. So when they get to the league, they can produce more and get more money. That's the name of the game. So it's like the better your running back room is and you can split reps, it only helps you for the future. You don't want a running back that you want to just like if I'm Wilkinson, right? Think about Wilkinson at JSU, right? He didn't start starting until like the middle of the season. The first like 3 or 4 games, he wasn't even starting. And then they slowly ramped him up and just gave him carry after carry after carry. But you don't need a big time feature back. You want those running backs to split reps so you can keep everybody fresh. One is gonna keep everybody healthy, but two is gonna keep everybody fresh. So when you need them in certain situations, you can bring them. Sean Lewis' offense is surrounded around the running game. The only playing time Charlie would get is if he sees. So what is Hankerson gonna do? Hankerson gonna be on special teams too. If you said about Charlie, Hankerson gonna be the same way. He gonna be on special teams too. He is, but in the interview, he said he wants to work his body back or just shake whipple pads. Yeah, Alto's gonna be fine. Our running back room is gonna be fine. So that's what I'll tell y'all. If don't put so much stress on the running back room because with the running back room, it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be excitement. But you gotta do different things. I could see like Hankerson coming in on pass blocking. I could see that for sure. Because if I'm a running back and I know I want to get on the field, I want to be the best blocker I can be. Because that's gonna give me touches. Reason why is if you can block in the pass game, they're gonna give you opportunity to go run that ball. Because they're gonna run that RPO. They're gonna run that RPO for you. Other teams aren't going to be able to keep up with CU's personnel changes during the game. That's the same thing I'll say. We're so deep at wide receiver, we're so deep at running back that like it does not matter who's in the game. We're gonna be so much boom, 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 boom. The only thing is we have to stay healthy on the offensive line. That's our biggest thing. Stay healthy on the offensive line. Because we're not as deep on the offensive line as we need to be, but we can get through this season and really go out and retool the offensive line next year to get even deeper. So as long as our offensive line, I say we're good on the starting five offensive line. But we start getting it's like question marks when we get to that too deep. It's question marks on the offensive line. I see the team trying to run on CU, which might be the best attack. However, most teams, especially in the Pac-12, are not equipped. Honestly, I want teams to run against us because our safeties. Oh, hell no. Hell no, Zion. I definitely don't got Travis Wood starting. Nah, dog. We ain't doing that one. But I definitely see everybody trying to run on us just because of the trenches. We need a couple more defensive tackles, but we have so many ends that we can do multiple different things. So what I would say is a lot of teams are going to try to run, but that actually benefits us by teams running because like the Travis Jays, the Miles Slushers, the Cams, the Trevor Woods, our safeties like to come down and hit. So if you want to run the ball, cool. Let our safeties come down and hit you. Because guess what? You're going to see a lot of man-to-man, and we're gonna bring a lot of pressure. And as long as we constantly bringing pressure, teams gonna try to run. And guess what? Our safeties coming down there. Come on, let's go. Let's go. Like every time. So I love seeing teams run because that's gonna be the point of, us running. I'm not a big fan of Trevor Woods. I know a lot of people are, but I'm not. And the reason why I'm not, I love Trevor Woods in the box coming out for run support. But you talking about in coverage? Nah, I ain't doing that one. I've seen Trevor Woods get turned around too much, and he doesn't have a lot of range when it comes to covering. And what I mean by range is if the safety's in the middle of the field and the quarterback throws the ball to the outside, Trevor Woods don't get there. Like the receivers get more catches and he doesn't get there. So I like Rod Ward. So my starters is Shiloh and Rod Ward. Those are my starters at safety. Zion, if you don't know, I've talked about this so many times. I got a video up when me and Coach Hayes, we went over the depth chart. But my starters is Shiloh and Rod Ward. Those are my two starters. Now, if Travis J is healthy, and this is the only reason why I didn't put in Travis J. I love Travis J. If Travis J is healthy, I'm starting Travis J with those two. I'm going 3 safeties. Give me Shiloh, Travis J, Rod Ward. And then I'm going to go, and this is just for game one. I got Travis on one side, and I got Cooper. And then Carmani. So that's what I got. I do like D-Rob in the slot. But that's what I like. But if Travis J is healthy, I got Travis J starting. Like Travis J and Shiloh, come on, let's go. Let's go head hunting. I want to see them go head hunting. Yes, Robson is going to start. Robson's going to start because the familiarity with Coach Kelly. He's going to play in that rover in that start position. I said the same thing. A lot of people was like looking at me like I was crazy. I'm like, dude, the dude came from Alabama. He's been familiar with Coach Kelly. He's been his coach. He knows the defense inside and outside more than anybody on the team that's on defense. Why wouldn't Robinson start? Come on. But I definitely don't got Trevor Woods starting. That's for dang sure I don't got him starting. I like Trevor Woods, but I don't love Trevor Woods. I'm going to put my money on Shiloh, Travis J, Rod Ward. That's what if I had to put my money on somebody at the safety spot, that's what I'm putting my money on. I just want Travis J to get healthy. That's the main thing. The main thing is get him healthy. I don't care about nothing else. Get him healthy because I want to see that boy out there busting heads. Um, I'm ready to see B Gant get there. I think B Gant and DK been at that linebacker position together. So much speed at the linebacker. Rob, if you had your phone sideways, we won't see the black bars on both sides. It won't allow me to change it. You have to go upward. It won't allow me to change it. I tried to, but it's YouTube. It's not me. Because I'm off my phone. I'm not off my laptop. So it won't allow you to change your phone sideways on live. I don't know why, but it won't allow you. I tried it so many times and it won't do it. And I'm on iPhone Pro Max, so 14 Pro Max. So it won't allow you. Yeah, B Gannon's a linebacker. I want to see. I think ultimately B Gann and DK are gonna be the two linebackers because of their speed, their versatility. They can cover tight ends. They can blitz. And if you ever watched them at JSU, they like to use speed linebackers because they like to blitz a lot. So it'd be interesting. Rob, if CL3 was smart, he would have come to this Charles Kelly defense. Florida State defense is tough. Dude, just be patient, baby. Cause he coming. He gonna sign with us. Listen, CL3, just let the season play out. Because the season is gonna talk for us. The season is going to talk for us. You just gotta be patient. Just be patient. Oh yeah, the receiver from Baylor, he's there. Ellis. Ellis just got there. Um, so he'll be ready for fall camp. A lot. So Ellis just got there. B Gant's on the way. So there's a lot of there's a couple players. It's about like 7 players that wasn't there during the summertime that's coming. They had to finish up their summer school to graduate and do all that blase. They will be in Boulder between today and Monday. Be ready to go on Tuesday because they want to get all their testing and stuff done. So a lot of players are getting here now so they can get their testing done so they can be ready for camp on Tuesday. I wonder if Cormani will start. The DB depth chart is crazy. So to answer to your question, Lawrence, here's what this is me talking. Nobody else. This is me. I got Cooper and Travis starting first game. I have Cormani playing a lot first game. After the first game, I do have Cormani starting. The biggest thing with me with Cormani was knowing the playbook because he just got there. So getting caught up with the playbook and understanding the college game because the college game is much faster than the high school game. He's going to play a lot. But the first game, I didn't have him starting, but I do have him playing a lot, and then he's eventually going to start. So that's my prediction, but, we're going to see first game. What if he commits and shuts everything down? What if who commits, Zion? Are you talking about CL3? Where do you think he fits in with the others? So the Baylor wide receiver, he's another slot guy. So Ellis is another slot guy. So he's in that rotation with Weaver, Horn, Dawson, Mathis, and him. So those are basically your 5 slot guys. I have to sign. I'll talk to you later. See you, T. Have a great day. CL3. So what happens if he commits to CU and shuts everything down? That'd be amazing. But the people I talk to, I don't see that happening. So, I'm just being honest about that. I don't see that happening, but it is what it is, Isaiah is, bro. You gonna name every wide receiver in the room, like they're. So I'll tell you this. I'm waiting till what's that Monday to get the official schedule from CU. Because I'm trying to be in Boulder, for practices, and you gotta have like all this media stuff done. So I'm trying to get all my media stuff done for CU so I can actually be at practice. So and when I am at practice, I am planning on going live. If they allow me to go live, I am planning on going live. There's probably gonna be things I can't show y'all, so don't get mad at me. But there's probably gonna be things I can't show y'all. But I do plan on going live if I'm able to get access inside the building. So I am working on some things with CU to try to get inside the building for practice. That's my ultimate goal. We'll see. Um, Hopefully, Coach Prime has some open practices for their fans, but even on those open practices, things are gonna be vanilla, so you're not gonna really see anything. So I'm working on some things. Just be patient. Hopefully, everything work out. Leave it in the hands of God, and we'll see where it go. You never know. But yeah, we have a loaded wide receiver room, man. It is loaded. We're 15 guys deep in that wide receiver room. We got some preferred walk-ons that people don't know about that's gonna show out. Um, a person that's interested in me, I want to see. Speaking of like DBs and corners, is Nate Robinson's son. I want to see how he matches up in fall camp. Because if you look at our depth chart at corners, we don't have that many corners. We got Travis, Carter, Cooper, Robinson, Kermani. Um, we only got like six. We only got like 6 or 7 corners, which is kind of light. We got more safeties than we do corners. So what that tells you is we're gonna play 2 or 3 safeties over corners, than corners. So in key situations, we probably will have 3 corners out there, but in most situations, look to see 2 corners out there and 3 safeties. But because our safeties are so versatile and some of them can cover, it's gonna help out with the versatility of our defense. So we're not really deep at corner, and that's what makes it so interesting. Why CL3 wouldn't commit to Colorado, because if you look at the depth chart of Colorado at cornerback, we're super light there, and there is opportunity and ways to play. I didn't forget about Vito Tisdale from Kentucky. I didn't forget about him. They were upset that he left Kentucky. They were upset. I did not forget about him, but he is versatile. He can play in that slot too. He can come down and bring that thump too. So I didn't forget about them. All of our like safeties, all are like similar. Like they can all come down and hit. The issue is how many of them can like cover in space. And what I mean by safe is if they put you in that deep third, how you can cover. Yeah, but he also played safety too. He played a mixture of both. Vito. So this is why I'm saying Travis needs to play more defense. Yes, because I mean Travis is gonna play defense. I'm not worried about that. I'm just ready to see. I'm ready to see him and Cormani out there. Just know this: if you see Travis and Cormani on the field at the same time, more than likely they come with a blitz because they know that they're gonna hold up on the outside, so they're gonna come with a blitz. So that's how you gotta look at it. Travis J and Ward can play split. Definitely, definitely. That's why I love Travis J and Rob Ward starting with Shiloh. Like I'm putting Shiloh in the box, and I'm putting Rob Ward deep, and then I got nah. Think about this. No, I might put Travis J deep, and I put Rob Ward in a rover position. But you can interchange them three any which way you want to, because you can put Travis J in the box, Rob Wardy, and put Shiloh in that start position. Like we can do so many things in combination with our safeties is crazy, and so that's why you got to look at like man, the versatility of our safeties is part of the reason why we didn't recruit a lot of corners, because in most situations, most colleges recruit anywhere from 8 to 12 corners, and for us to only have like 6 or 7, it's kind of light. Let me stroll back up, make sure I didn't forget anybody. Do-do-do-do-do. All right, cool. But yeah, I'm jumping off. I'll see some of you guys later. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. I didn't forget about Robson at all. I didn't forget about him. I've been talking about him that in his MySpace. CL3 is crazy. If he does, no, I just truly think this is. And I'm telling you, I truly think that CL3 is going to sign with Colorado. He's gonna let them get all their fun out with JSU. I mean, I say JSU, FSU, and then he's gonna come. But thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate you guys. Um, I'll talk to you guys later. Hope you guys have a great and blessed day. And thank you guys for tuning in. And this is Rob the Man Media. Baby.